answer choices, or which answer choice is different than the other three? There are 4 of them. One of them is different. When you just look at that, let's say none of us are math person, but we can see the difference. Question number 1. Look at the board. Which one is different?
A.
A is different. Y is different.
Because it's a negative 1.
It's just -1, +1, +1, +1. So absolute value +1. This is absolute value -1. This is the answer. You can just, if you don't know anything, you can do it. And the logic behind of this is absolute value cannot be equal to 0. What is the question? Which of the following expression is equal to 0? So absolute value cannot be equal negative. It can be equal 0. Let's say it's 0. 0 plus 1. Let's say this one absolute value is 0. 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. Let's say this one is 0. 0 plus 1, 0 plus 1. It cannot be equal to 0. In order to make these 0, those absolute values must be negative value, but it's impossible. Is that clear? That is the reason in order to make this one equal, but this one can be equal to 0, because let's say this is 1. 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. That's possible. When you plug in 0 for x here, let's say x is equal to 0. 0 minus 1 is equal to absolute value -1. Minus 1 is equal to 0. Let me explain that, why it can be equal to 0. Absolute value -1 is equal to, that's possible. In this question, we need to be familiar about that. F of x is equal to y, okay? F of x is equal to y. So when you look at that, f of x is equal to y. F of x is equal to y. What is y here?
7.
Y is equal to 7. So I'm substituting that. I plug that in here. F of x is equal to 7. It's telling me that 3x over 2 plus b. And also, f of x is equal to y. So if y is 7, what is x? X is equal to 6. Let me plug that in. 3 times 6, 18, divided by 2 is equal to 9 plus b. So what is b here? Right. b is equal to -2. Let me write that down again. I'll use this space. F of x is equal to 3x over 2. What is it? Is that clear? Now, we have a new question. What is f of -2? How are we going to do it? F of -2. How to solve this? What does that mean? 3 times x. What is x? Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. -3, right? Minus 2, that makes -5. What is -5? So, first step, circle the question, right? This is the first step. And then, next, okay, from here, x over y is equal to 6. No, continue. So x is equal to how many y? X equals 6y. So I'm just going to substitute this x here. Does that make sense? I'm going to distribute at the same time. 4y plus 4 is equal to what? 6y. Solve for y. 2y is equal to 4. Y is equal to f of x is given already. And the question is, what is f of negative 3x. Okay? So negative 2x is given. Guys, when I see x here, our new x is negative 3x. Is that clear? Our new x is negative 3x, so I'm going to substitute that. When I see x, I will substitute it. And then we'll continue solving that equation. So negative times negative positive. Let's just distribute it. Okay, I'm gonna keep 3 here for a while and distribute the numbers. 8x squared plus 2x plus 4x is equal to, I skipped one step, I think you catch this one. 2x plus 4x equals 6x, and then continue. Any question? What did I forget? 3 was here. Okay, so let's distribute this one also. 24x squared, so 24x squared plus 18x plus 3. In this question, there are 2 techniques, or more techniques, of course, but I'll show 2 of them. The first one is going to be easy one. It's saying that, look at the numerator. Look at the numerator. A minus B is equal to 3. And also it claims that, look at the denominator, B is equal to 7. Alright, Jose? So when it's saying that B equals 7, A minus B equals 3. There you go. Plug this one here. A minus 7 is equal to 3. That makes A is equal to 10. Okay? If A is equal to 10, so what is B? If A is equal to 10, what is B gonna be? 7. A is 10, B is 7. We can do this.
Are we only doing 10, sir?
You can do it that fast, or if you don't trust that shortcuts, you can just do cross multiplication. Okay, I'm just gonna show that technique also. 3b, you guys are paying attention. 7a, tell me, 7a times? I mean, right. So from here, we're going to add like terms. Add 7b to the both hand side. It's, yes, because we're adding 7b to the both hand side. Okay, now it's saying that b is 7, a is 10. Okay, this is another shortcut. Forget about it. That's right, but forget about it. Let me prove that. Go back. Okay, if I divide both hand side by b, okay, let me divide both hand side b first. 10 is equal to 7a over b, correct? So divide both sides by 7. Divide both hand side by 7. Let me change color. They cancels out. Yeah, this is longer. So I'll do the shortcuts. But that was the fact. For example, what did I see here? 10b is equal to 7a. Okay, when you see that, this number will be proportional of the multiples of 7, and then this variable will be proportional of multiple of 10. So in this case, b could be 7, 14, 21, and so on, and a could be 10, 20, 30. Next question. So in this case, please find the same question on your Chromebook. It's saying that there's Amelia is training herself there's a keyword. I'm going to underline that keyword here. Yes. So it is very consistent and it's showing the same amount of improvement every single week. Okay. So the week 4, short week, the improvement is actually not the improvement. The situation is 8 miles. He runs 8 miles. And then what is the other week? 16th week. She runs 26 miles. Okay. So how many weeks passed from here to here? Good job. 12 weeks passed. What is the improvement? No, from here to here, what is the improvement? 18 miles improvement. Look at the answer choices. We're looking for each week, right? So how about each week means? How about 1 week? How many miles he improved each week? Question mark. Did you understand, Jose? We're going to solve this equation, proportion. So do cross multiplication. 12 times x equals 18 times 1. X equals here 18 over 12. That makes okay. This one is the shortest solution, but you could have done this one. Like you can count one by one from each week. If you wanted to do that, you could check the answer choices one by one. Which of the following equation represents a line that is parallel to the line with the equation? Okay. Which one is parallel to this one? So what if two lines are parallel? What is the same? Same slope. What is the slope of this line? -3. So which one? The new question. Which one's slope is -3? Which one's slope is -3? Let's check this one. This is not in the slope intercept form. I need to bring these into slope intercept form. So that you know that, right? What is slope intercept form? Y is supposed to be along here. So 2y is equal to -6x plus 15. And divide both places by 2. -3x plus 7.5, correct? Is that the same slope? Here's the energy, yeah, good job. Next question. I'm going to, we can solve this one algebraically, but it's going to take long. That's why we will do what? Skip it. Good job. Next question. Next question. No. Okay. So we're going to, what we're going to do? No, we're not going to skip it. Plug in, right? We will plug it in. Okay. X minus what? What is 8? Okay. What is the solution? What is the solution means? What is X? Okay. That's what it means. So, okay, let's say answer is A and then plug it in 3. That's possible. That could be 2 solutions. I don't know. We'll check that. Okay, let's x is equal to 3. Is that right? 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. So 3 minus 4. Is that correct? So 3 minus 2 equals 1. Square root of 1 equals 1. And then I'm plugging 3, -1. This is not correct. It's time to do 2. If x equals 2, Let me check this out. X equal to 2. Okay. Here's the main. This one was given. So x equals 2. 2 minus 2 is equal to. Is that equal? Is that equal negative 2? No. Then answer is 6. Let's check. Check it out. X equal to 6. So 6 minus 2 is equal to 4. 6 minus 4 is equal to 2. Is that right? 2 is equal to 2. When you see this, you'll just do cross multiplication. Just do cross multiplication. Denominator is 1. Denominator is 1. So 10 times t minus 5. 10t minus 50. Did you understand this? Is somebody reading a book in math class? Oh my. Who said attention? 90 is equal to 55. T is equal to 55 over 9. We need to be familiar to the concept of quadratic formula. Excellent. And perfect. Also, in the quadratic formula, we call this portion is the, we call this portion is discriminant. If this one greater than 0, there is going to be two solutions. If this one, which is discriminant, is equal to 0, there is going to only be one solution. And if this one is less than 0, there is going to be no solution. All right? So 2, 1, none. 2, 1, none. Okay, let's check that. We don't have to solve totally. I just need a quadratic expression. How? So in this case, x equals 2y plus 5, and we'll do substitution. All right, we'll do substitution. So whenever I see x here, I'm going to substitute it. Let me change the color. Y, when I solve for y here, it's going to be x minus 5 over 2. Okay? And then, let me substitute here. X minus 5 over 2 is equal to, y is equal to, let's distribute it, 2x squared plus 18x minus 3x. 18x minus 3x is equal to 15x. Okay? And then do cross multiplication. Cross multiplication, let's do mental math. X minus 5 is equal to, tell me. That number is that. Okay, once we subtract 5 and subtract x, actually, we need to make here 0. Subtract x. This is 2. 29x. And then add 5. So I just got a quadratic equation, right? Gabriella, is that right? Ax squared plus bx plus c format. And I do have, what is a here? A is equal to, b is equal to, what is c is equal to? Ax squared plus bx plus c. So these are a, b, and c. And I'm going to plug it in and then see how many solutions will I have. So let's first do either one, like b squared minus 4ac. So what is b? 29. 29 squared is so hard to estimate, but if I do that, 30 squared, look what I'm doing. I'm substituting that here, okay? B squared, 30 squared is equal to almost 900. We know that it's less than 900. Minus 4 times A is 4, C is negative 49. So, negative times negative equals positive. Positive plus another positive result will be positive something else. So, we know that B squared minus 4AC is equal to greater than 0. So, result will be 2 solutions that fit in this area. After this cost calculation, if I would get 0 here, that would be one solution. If I get result as negative number, that will be non-zero solution.